Dear learners, welcome back to NPTEL online certification course on novel drug delivery system. I am Dr. Satish Dyavanapalli, Assistant Professor at Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Technology, Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. So, in our novel drug delivery system, we have discussed so far various types of the novel drug delivery systems. Today, we are going to discuss the new topic, that is intrauterine and implantable drug delivery systems. So, today we will focus on the implantable drug delivery systems, and in our further lectures we will see on the intrauterine drug delivery systems. So, this is the today's my flow of presentation. Today I will discuss what are the implantable drug delivery systems, and after that we will see the what are the drugs which can be delivered via implantable drug delivery systems, and then we will see what are the currently available products in the market, and then we will see advantages and the limitations of the implantable drug delivery systems. Then we will see what are the ideal characteristics of implantable drug delivery systems, and we will see the few applications of implantable drug delivery system. So, as we know that the optimization of the drug delivery system will definitely affect the efficacy of the clinical treatment. So, always your delivery system is very important for the effective treatment. So, we know that conventional approaches by using of the oral and intravenous administration, right. So, which we use commonly for in the clinical practice. But yes, we know that they have the inherent limitations because of the barriers which are available in the body, and also the instability issues. There are the biological and physicochemical barriers that leads to the we need to compromise with the therapeutic effectiveness through the conventional formulations. So, implants are such a systems which are the drug delivery systems. With that we need to insert into the body. So, now you can read here, the implants can be introduced into the body by injections or small incisions that require a short time and the minimal anesthetic support. That means we need to perform some of the surgeries in some cases, and we can place various types of the formulations through insert osmotic pumps via subcutaneous route under the skin, and also we can do intravenous interventions, that is we place coronary stents for the treatment of various cardiovascular diseases, and also we can give high volume operation by putting the mechanical pumps. So, with that also we can use implantable drug delivery systems which are completely different from the controlled as well as conventional formulations. So, these will help for the long term controlled and continuous drug release by maintaining the drug concentration within the therapeutic window. So, here these can be people will use for the sometime it will go from the months to years, right. So, for example, drug eluting stents, yes. So, these drug eluting stents can be used for years, which will slowly release the drug, which will control the formation of the cholesterol or atherosclerosis in the blood. So, with that, so we can move from the conventional stents to the drug eluting stents, which will show the long term performance, also controlled manner, and the continuous drug release within the therapeutic window, thereby minimizing the fluctuation in the treatment of efficacy caused by the poor patient compliance, which we will see in the conventional dosage forms. So, yeah, so here what we do, we will load our drug or we will encapsulate the drug into the implants, which are called as implantable drug delivery system, which are also comes in the category of the devices, also inserts. These are the two or interchangeable words which we will use, inserts or implants, or you can use device also. So, this works like a smart bridge between the drug and the target area in the body. So, which have drug and the medical devices, which will come into the one system, which are called as implantable drug delivery system. Also, we have seen, if you remember, in our previous lectures, we have discussed on the occusets, right. So, occusets are also considered as one type of implant systems. So, there we have used one example with the pilocarpine, which may work 7 to 21 days. So, which are also considered as implants. So, this is a one better example. With this you will understand, and I hope you all know about the angioplasty, that is nothing but the stent implantation in the coronary artery. We know that we will use this treatment to improve the blood flow in the patients by using of the angioplasty of the artery. So, here we will place this small balloon in the as a catheter. Now, you can see this is the blood vessel. So, build up of cholesterol partially blocking the flow through. So, here what we do, we will place the stent by using the balloon. So, this is step 1. So, in the step 2 we will place the balloon with the stent, and after that this balloon will be expand their area, and later so we will place this expanded stent in the artery, and after that we will remove the balloon. So, this is called as conventional stents, which we use for the treatment of the various types of the heart related diseases. But now here you can see there are the interesting thing that, so drug eluting stents, after placing the stent you will see the surface or the diameter of that blood flow will increase, right. After 1 year and within a 1 year, so patient again suffers with the formation of the cholesterol again on the stents. So, that leads to again which will induce the heart attacks. So, that again will reduce the blood flow. So, this is the one of the limitation of the conventional stents. But whereas if you use drug eluting stents, which are coated with the various types of the polymers and materials, so which coated with the drugs, and we will use the polymer coated drug loaded polymers on the stents, which will work for 5 to 10 years, and definitely it will improve the blood flow, and also these drugs will also control the further formation of the cholesterol on the blood vessels. So, we can go from simple plants, or you can say simple devices or implants, into the implantable drug delivery systems. So, this is the shift is very important. So, without drug it is called as a devices. When you load with the drug or some of the medicines, which is called as implantable drug eluting drug delivery systems, implantable drug delivery system. So, implants are devices to implantable drug delivery systems. So, now these are the various drugs you can see. So, which you can read it, and these are the various drug molecules. We can use it for the treatment of various therapeutic use. Now, you can see there is a one the cancer treatment, also we have for the diabetic management we can use insulin, right, and we can also use various the hormones for the contraceptive applications. We can these all are the chronic diseases which patient will suffer from years to years. Such cases the implantable devices are preferable compared with the conventional systems. Even in the eye inflammation also we can use various molecules. So, now these are the some of the market products. So, With this, we will understand how this will work in the human body. Now, you can see the one example, that is Reticert, and you can see the drug name. The drug name is fluocinolone acetonide. So, this can be used for the treatment of the eye diseases, that chronic eye inflammation which happens at the uveitis, and this can be used for the application, that is the ocular treatment, and the second one is Minera, and thus can be used for the contraceptive, and the drug is levonorgestrel, and that application is intrauterine, and these are the another devices which will provide the morphine. It will help for the all type of pain relief that need to be placed in the intrathecal route. So, now you can see, so these are the various systems. So, this is a formulation which is sterile for the ocular application that need to be placed in the eye. Now, this is a Mirena, so that will place in the uterus, intrauterine devices, and these are the intrathecal that will help for the improving in the drug permeation. So, here we will see some of the advantages. Yes, compared with the conventional, we can expect targeted actions because we will locate or we will place these devices into the affected area. So, with that we can reduce the all type of health issues. We can also expect the long lasting because it will provide for the years. So, with the slow release, and also we can improve the patient compliance, but there are the issues, we need to undergo some small surgeries to place the implants. So, that need to be taken care by the practitioners, those who work at hospitals. Patient need to take fewer doses, making it easier to follow treatment. Once you place, you can work for the 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes it will go for the months also. And as we discussed in the definition, yes, we can maintain control and continuous release, as we know that the various control release mechanisms will help for the drug release. Lower dose is needed, yes, here we need to use the potent drugs, then only it will fulfill the need of the implantable drug delivery devices. And definitely to improve the drug stability biology, because we are going to load our formulation in the implants, and definitely that will affect and protect from the all type of problems which are happening in the physiology or in the body conditions like pH, enzyme, and acidic conditions. So, drugs stay effective longer and more it reaches to the bloodstream. So, we can also bypass some other oral problems like undergoes first pass metabolism, that can be avoided. So, these are the few limitations. So, we need to give some surgical incision as I mentioned. So, that will patient need to go through painful and invasive systems compared with the oral and simple intravenous injections. Difficult to stop, adjust the treatment, whereas we have seen in case of transdermal patches. So, we can easily remove after the completion of the treatment. So, but here we cannot, once it is placed, you cannot remove and we cannot stop the release of the drug and action of the drug. So, that is one of the problem. So, risk of adverse reactions, because we use various types of the material into this, and body consider as it is a foreign body, that leads to the irritation, toxicity, some of the immunological reaction also happens. So, device failure, malfunction also one of the major problem. So, before using of that device or anything, we need to check the function and the capacity of the implant. So, biocompatible issues, we need to select right material to improve the biocompatibility, otherwise it undergo the host implant reactions. So, these are the few ideal characteristics. So, yes, the performance and the drug delivery. So, yes, as we discussed in the advantages, it will help for the control and predictable drug release, and it follow the zero order release by modifying the various polymers and other mechanisms. With that, we can expect the control release at constant and steady delivery, and it required sufficient drug loading. Your implant delivery system need to have sufficient drug loading capacity, otherwise that will, the cost will be wasteful. So, must hold, deliver the full dosage needed for the entire treatment that need to be rechecked before the developing the implantable devices, and your implant system need to be effective modification discharge. So, should fully release the drug without leaving any residual amounts. So, that also we need to check the during the in vitro and in vivo studies how much drug is loaded, how much drug is releasing before and after release studies, and also in the in vivo and from the human clinical trial studies we can understand the how much the drug is releasing into the body. So, by doing that calculation we will understand the released or residual amounts which is present after the treatment. So, your implant should release the maximum amount of the drug without having any residues. So, coming to the second point, that is the safety and compatibility, and yes, compatibility is very important because we are going to use various polymers which are we need to select the biodegradable as well as biocompatible polymers. So, that should be compatible with body and must not cause any adverse reaction within the body tissues, and your material should be non-toxic and non-carcinogenic, that should not induce any problem effect in the body. So, free from serious complications, no high risk side effects of failure, because there are the materials, the polymers which may work as a implantable delivery systems, but the degradable metabolites or the end products may induce the various types of the cancers. So, that need to be checked during the studies. And easy of use, yes, the simple incision and the removal like simple contact lenses like accusets can be possible. So, even like in situ implantable systems are preferable, so that patient can easily place the implants, also can be removed easily after the treatment without involving complex surgical procedures. Comfortable for the patient, yes, should not cause any significant pain and discomfort, but during the operations and the surgery definitely doctors will provide the anesthesia and then will follow the procedure. So, retrievable, so that easy to remove and that should not provide any residues which should not come from the implantable materials. And the fourth one is the mechanical and chemical stability. Yes, this will help for the controlled release as well as protection and safety in the physiological condition, and not only that, if it has a chemical stability, definitely it will protect the drug also which is loaded in the implants. And there are the cases we need sterilizability and scalability applications. So, the implant need to be sterilized and that should not undergo any problems during the sterility. So, before the developing of the implants, we need to see the sterilizability of the implantable drug delivery system. So, easy to we need to select easy sterilization technique to prevent the infections, because we are going to place in the body and this need to be sterilized, the sterility need to be maintained till the administration to the patient. Yes, the method need to be cost effective and scalable for production and widespread. There are the methods which we can make the implantable drug delivery system, but most of this scalability is the one of the major issue of the many technologies. Nothing but we need to make this R&D formula into the large scale with the cost effective methods. So, then only it is called as a scalable method. Now, coming to the applications. So, here we have various types of the applications of implantable drug delivery systems. Now, you can see here the applications. First is the cancer treatment, as we have discussed in the various drugs used for the implantable delivery systems. There are the wafers we use which are comes in the, there are the products in the market that we can use for the brain tumors. Okay, we need to place in the brain, and also we have the chronic disease treatment like in case of the diabetes, right, and also in the thyroid case, such cases we can also provide the implants. and also vaccine delivery also possible, and antibiotic therapy, those who are suffering with the various types of the infections, and the treatment of neurological disorders like for the CNS, and also for the body local treatment also can be possible, that is drug and control release, high treatment compliance, and the continuous real time monitoring can be possible. And here we can see the main important application or the advantage of the implantable drug delivery systems, which will significantly reduces the dosing frequency, enhances the treatment adherence, and lowers the risk of systemic side effects associated with the fluctuating drug levels, which is a common problem in the conventional formulations. So, these are the few products we can see which are available in the market. Okay. So, this is ITCA 650, this is the first implantable injectable glucagon like peptide receptor agonist, which will use for the treatment of the diabetes, nothing but high blood glucose levels. So, this device which contains the micro pump that will deliver works as a drug reservoir, which will provide the continuous and stable drug release over 6 months. So, with that patient no need to take the any type of anti-diabetic drugs orally. So, once you place this implant, which can help for the patients, we can use it for the 6 months. There are the reports which also extends to the 1 year, but each interval you need to take the blood glucose level and you need to check whether the levels are within the normal range. So, that we need to compare. Then second one is the ProNeura, which is made by the Titan Pharmaceuticals from the USA. So, this is contains non-biodegradable implant drug delivery system, which composed of the polymers ethyl vinyl acetate, and this need to combine with the drug, that is propanol dopamine receptor agonist, used for the treatment of the Parkinson disease, right. So, these are the chronic diseases, such case also we can use like example ProNeura, which is non-biodegradable implant drug delivery system. Now, the last one which I mentioned, that gliadel wafers. So, this made by the US company. So, this contains the biodegradable implantable systems. So, after the treatment, the once entire drug is released, these wafers or the implants, they will degrade automatically after the treatment. So, you no need to remove, whereas this case we need to remove the device because that is non-biodegradable. So, in this case you no need to remove, which deliver the anti-cancer drug. Remember this drug, that is carmustine, which will use for the treatment of the brain cancer, or you can write brain tumor. So, these are the few examples. Now, you can see again I have given the classification also. You can see these are the implants used for the treatment of ocular disease, as I mentioned. So, these are the product name, these are the implant name type, and also these are the materials used, these are the drugs which is delivered, and the indications. Now, you can see Accusate, which are for the intraocular treatment, which contain polyethyl vinyl acetate. So, these are the drugs and the polymers can be used, this used for the glaucoma treatment. And these are the, we discuss Retised again for the intraocular, it contains the various materials, this is a drug and for the non-infectious inflammatory diseases. And also Vitrasate, which can also use for the drug is ganciclovir, cytomegalovirus retinitis. And these are the some anti-cancer products. We discussed gliadel wafers, that is for the intertumor application. This silicon is a material, that is carmustine. It is an anti-cancer molecule used for the malignant glioma. Generally, we use for the brain cancers. There are the other formulations and which contain anti-cancer drugs, and there are, this is also anti-cancer drugs. So, most of them are the, here we are seeing the anti-cancer drugs and ocular, even we can also use for the hormone replacement and other biological applications also. So, with this, so I am going to stop today's lecture. So far we discussed on the what are the implantable drug delivery systems, and we have seen the role in the treatment, and also we have seen the advantage, disadvantages, and also we have seen the what are the ideal characteristics for an implantable drug delivery systems, and we have ended with the applications of the implantable drug delivery systems. Thank you so much.